Have you ever felt trapped by your own thoughts? Maybe it's the voice of self-doubt whispering, "You're not good enough," or the endless replaying of a mistake you can't change. These thoughts have a way of taking over, pulling you into fear, stress, or negativity. The truth is, most people don't realize just how much power their thoughts hold, or how those thoughts can silently sabotage their lives. Buddha said, "We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think." Yet many of us let our minds run on autopilot, unaware of the damage being done. Negative thoughts become habits, shaping our emotions, decisions, and reality without our consent. Over time, this unchecked mental chatter can destroy our peace, confidence, and even our relationships. But it doesn't have to be this way. Imagine if you could step back from those destructive thoughts. Instead of being controlled by them, you could choose your responses, align your mind with your goals, and find clarity in the chaos. That's exactly what we'll explore today. We'll uncover why so many people let their thoughts control them, and, more importantly, how you can avoid this trap to reclaim your freedom and inner peace. Let me ask you, have you ever caught yourself spiraling into negativity or fear, unable to stop? You're not alone. Share your experience in the comments below, and let's learn from each other's journeys. If you're ready to break free from the mental patterns that hold you back, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Stay with me until the end, where I'll share simple yet powerful strategies to stop destructive thoughts in their tracks. Let's begin the journey to mastering your mind and living a life of true freedom. Lesson 1. Understanding the power of thoughts. Your thoughts are the architects of your life. Every emotion you feel, every decision you make, and every action you take begins with a single thought. Yet most of us underestimate their power. We let our minds wander unchecked, unaware that each thought is shaping our reality, for better or worse. Buddha said, "What we think, we become." This profound teaching reveals the influence of your mental patterns on your life. Positive, empowering thoughts pave the way for growth and resilience, while negative, destructive ones can lead to stress, fear, and stagnation. When your thoughts go unchecked, they act like a storm, clouding your judgment and pulling you away from peace. Consider this. When you wake up in the morning, the first thought you have can set the tone for your entire day. If your mind jumps to worry about a meeting, a deadline, or a conflict, you start your day with tension. That initial thought triggers emotions like anxiety or dread, which then influence your behavior. You might rush through your morning, snap at a loved one, or carry a sense of unease throughout the day. All of this stems from a single thought. On the other hand, imagine starting your day with a positive, intentional thought. Today is an opportunity to grow and make a difference. That thought sparks feelings of motivation and gratitude, which influence your actions. You approach challenges with confidence, treat others with kindness, and end the day feeling fulfilled. The problem is that most people live on autopilot, letting their thoughts dictate their emotions and actions without question. This is how destructive thought patterns form, habits of self-doubt, fear, or negativity that repeat endlessly. Over time, these patterns become deeply ingrained, creating a mental environment that feels overwhelming and unchangeable. The key to breaking this cycle is awareness. You can't change what you don't notice, and the first step to mastering your thoughts is observing them. Pay attention to your mental habits throughout the day. Are your thoughts mostly supportive or critical? Are they focused on possibilities or limitations? Once you start observing your thoughts, you'll notice how often they influence your emotions and decisions. For example, a single critical thought like, "I'll never be good at this," can lead to feelings of inadequacy and even prevent you from trying something new. Recognizing this pattern allows you to question it. Is this thought true? What evidence do I have to support or refute it? To harness the power of your thoughts, practice intentional thinking. Begin each day with a positive affirmation or a goal-oriented statement. For example, you might say, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way," or "Today I choose to focus on progress, not perfection." Repeating these thoughts trains your mind to align with positivity and possibility. Another powerful practice is visualization. Take a few minutes to imagine yourself succeeding in a task or overcoming a challenge. Visualizing positive outcomes not only shifts your mindset, but also primes your brain to take actions that align with your goals. Start today by observing your thoughts for just 5 minutes. Notice what themes or patterns arise and ask yourself if they're serving you. With practice, this awareness will grow, empowering you to choose thoughts that uplift and support you, rather than letting destructive ones control you. Understanding the power of your thoughts is the first step toward reclaiming your mental space. When you realize that every thought is a choice, you unlock the ability to shape your life with intention and clarity. By harnessing this power, you can create a reality rooted in peace, purpose, and freedom. Lesson 2. The cycle of negative thinking. Negative thinking doesn't happen in isolation. It grows like a snowball, gaining momentum as it rolls downhill, creating a self-reinforcing cycle that traps you in doubt, fear, or unhappiness. Once a negative thought takes root, it attracts similar thoughts, triggering emotions like anxiety or anger and influencing your behavior. This vicious cycle keeps you stuck, making it feel impossible to break free. Buddha said, "What you frequently think and ponder upon, that will become the inclination of your mind." This profound teaching emphasizes that our habitual thoughts shape the patterns of our thinking. If you repeatedly focus on what's wrong, what might go wrong, or what you can't control, your mind becomes wired to default to negativity. Let's break down how this cycle works. 1. A negative thought arises. It often starts with a small, seemingly harmless thought. "I made a mistake at work." While this observation might be true, the problem begins when the thought escalates to, "I always mess things up. I'm not good enough." 2. Emotions are triggered. This thought creates feelings of inadequacy, frustration, or fear. These emotions can be overwhelming, clouding your ability to think rationally or see the situation objectively. 3. Actions reflect the emotions. The emotions influence your behavior. You might avoid addressing the mistake, withdraw from others, or become overly critical of yourself. These actions reinforce the original thought, confirming your belief that you're not good enough. The cycle repeats. With each repetition, the negative thought pattern becomes stronger and more automatic. Eventually, it feels like second nature, and you begin to believe that these thoughts define you. Breaking free from this cycle requires both awareness and intentional action. The first step is to recognize when you're caught in negative thinking. Pay attention to the language of your thoughts. Are they filled with words like always, never, or can't? These absolutes are often signs of distorted thinking. Once you've identified the pattern, challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought true, or is it an exaggeration? What evidence do I have for or against this thought? How would I view this situation if I were giving advice to a friend? For example, instead of thinking, "I always mess things up," you might reframe it to, "I made a mistake, but I've learned from it and can do better next time." This shift not only reduces the emotional intensity of the thought, but also empowers you to take constructive action. Another way to interrupt the cycle is through mindfulness. When you notice a negative thought, Practice observing it without judgment. Imagine the thought as a cloud passing through the sky. It's temporary and doesn't define you. By distancing yourself from the thought, you create space to respond intentionally rather than react impulsively. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negative thinking. When your mind is consumed by what's wrong, redirect your focus to what's right. Reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. This practice helps you shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. It's also helpful to engage in activities that break the cycle of rumination. Physical movement, like taking a walk or practicing yoga, can help release the emotional tension associated with negative thoughts. Creative outlets, such as journaling, drawing, or playing music, provide a constructive way to process and reframe your emotions. Breaking the cycle of negative thinking takes time and practice, but every small step you take weakens its grip. Start by observing one recurring negative thought and challenging it with a more balanced perspective. Over time, this practice will help you cultivate a mind that is resilient, clear, and free from the chains of negativity. Remember, your thoughts are powerful, but they don't have to control you. By understanding and interrupting the cycle of negative thinking, you reclaim the ability to direct your mind toward positivity, growth, and inner peace. Lesson 3. Why awareness is the key to breaking free. The first step to regaining control over your thoughts is awareness. Most people let their thoughts destroy them because they operate on autopilot, unaware of the mental patterns that shape their emotions and decisions. Awareness is the foundation of mental mastery. It helps you observe your thoughts without becoming entangled in them, creating the space to choose how you respond. Buddha said, "All that we are is the result of what we have thought." This teaching highlights that every experience, every emotion, and every reaction begins with a thought. If you don't notice your thoughts as they arise, they control you. But when you develop awareness, you gain the power to break free from destructive mental habits. Awareness isn't about suppressing or judging your thoughts. It's about observing them with curiosity and compassion. Imagine sitting on the bank of a river, watching leaves float by. Each leaf represents a thought. Some leaves are small and peaceful, while others are large and chaotic. Awareness allows you to watch the leaves without chasing them or being swept away by the current. Here's why awareness is so powerful. 1. It interrupts automatic patterns. Many destructive thoughts are habitual. They arise without us realizing it and trigger emotional and behavioral reactions. Awareness allows you to catch these thoughts in the moment, breaking the cycle before it takes hold. 2. It separates you from your thoughts. One of the biggest reasons people feel overwhelmed by their minds is that they identify with their thoughts. They believe, if I think it, it must be true. Awareness helps you see that thoughts are just mental events. They don't define you, and they're not always accurate. 3. It creates space for intentional responses. When you're aware of your thoughts, you can choose how to respond rather than reacting impulsively. This creates a sense of control and clarity, even in challenging situations. To cultivate awareness, start with mindfulness meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. As thoughts arise, simply notice them without judgment. Label them if it helps. Here's a worry, or here's a memory. Then gently return your focus to your breath. This practice trains your mind to observe thoughts without becoming attached to them. Another technique is to perform a daily thought check-in. Pause at regular intervals throughout the day and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? How is this thought influencing my emotions and actions? Is this thought serving me, or is it holding me back? Journaling is also a powerful tool for building awareness. Spend 5 to 10 minutes writing down your thoughts each day. Don't worry about grammar or structure, just let your thoughts flow onto the page. Reviewing your entries over time will help you identify patterns, triggers, and recurring themes. One of the biggest challenges with awareness is staying present. The mind loves to dwell on the past or worry about the future, but true freedom lies in grounding yourself in the now. Simple practices like mindful breathing, observing your surroundings, or focusing on physical sensations can help anchor you in the present moment. Remember, awareness is a skill, and it takes practice to develop. In the beginning, you might feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of your thoughts. That's okay. The goal isn't to stop your thoughts, it's to notice them without judgment and gently redirect your focus. Start small. For the next 24 hours, make it a point to observe your thoughts whenever you feel a strong emotion, whether it's anger, joy, or worry. Ask yourself, what thought triggered this feeling, and how can I respond intentionally? With consistent practice, you'll become more attuned to your mind and better equipped to choose thoughts that serve you. By cultivating awareness, you take the first and most important step toward mental freedom. You can't control every thought that arises, but with awareness, you can decide which ones to follow and which ones to let go. This practice transforms your mind from a source of stress into a tool for peace, clarity, and intentional living. Lesson 4. Detach from your thoughts. One of the greatest traps of the mind is the tendency to identify with every thought that arises. When we believe that our thoughts define us, we become entangled in their narrative, whether it's a story of fear, self-doubt, or resentment. Detachment from your thoughts is the key to breaking free from this mental bondage. Buddhism teaches that thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky. They come and go, but they are not the sky itself. Buddha said, "Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded." This wisdom reveals that it's not the existence of thoughts that causes suffering, but our attachment to them. By learning to step back and observe your thoughts without clinging to them, you gain the freedom to respond with clarity and purpose rather than being controlled by automatic reactions. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing your thoughts. It means recognizing that you are not your thoughts. They are simply mental events passing through your mind. Imagine watching a movie. You can see the characters and the storyline, but you don't mistake them for reality. The same principle applies to your thoughts. They are a part of your experience, but they don't define who you are. Here's how you can begin to detach from your thoughts. 1. Practice observing your thoughts. Spend a few minutes each day observing your thoughts without judgment. Close your eyes and imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream or clouds drifting across the sky. Each time a thought arises, notice it, label it if you wish, e.g., worry, doubt, and then let it pass. This practice helps you create space between yourself and your thoughts. 2. Challenge the reality of your thoughts. When a particularly strong thought arises, ask yourself, is this thought an accurate reflection of reality, or is it just a mental habit? What evidence do I have to support or refute this thought? For example, if you think, I'm a failure, consider whether this is truly reflective of your abilities or simply an exaggerated emotional response to a single event. 3. Reframe your thoughts. Rather than clinging to negative or limiting thoughts, try reframing them. If you catch yourself thinking, I'll never succeed, replace it with, every step I take is progress, and I'm learning as I go. This shift not only reduces the emotional weight of the thought, but also empowers you to act constructively. Create a mantra for detachment. A simple mantra can help remind you to let go of unnecessary mental baggage. For instance, when a troubling thought arises, repeat to yourself, This is just a thought. It doesn't define me. Over time, this affirmation reinforces the habit of detachment. 5. Anchor yourself in the present. Many thoughts that cause stress or anxiety are rooted in the past or future, what you regret or fear. Detaching from these thoughts requires grounding yourself in the present. Use mindfulness techniques like focusing on your breath, observing your surroundings, or feeling the physical sensations in your body to bring your attention back to the now. 6. Let go with compassion. Sometimes thoughts are tied to deep emotions such as anger, sadness, or guilt. When letting go of these thoughts, approach them with compassion rather than resistance. Acknowledge the emotions they bring and gently remind yourself that holding on to them only prolongs your suffering. Detachment is a skill that takes time to develop, especially if you've spent years identifying with your thoughts. Start small by choosing one recurring thought pattern to observe and release. For instance, if you often think, "I'm not good enough," make it a practice to notice when this thought arises and consciously detach from it. Over time, detachment transforms your relationship with your mind. You'll find that thoughts lose their power to dictate your emotions and actions. Instead of being pulled into every mental storm, you'll stand as the calm observer, grounded and unshaken. This practice doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges. It means approaching them with a clear, balanced mind. By learning to detach from your thoughts, you reclaim your inner peace and freedom. You are no longer at the mercy of your mind, but instead become its master, choosing which thoughts to engage with and which to let go. This shift is the essence of mental liberation and a vital step on the path to true self-mastery. Lesson 5. Replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones. While detachment allows you to let go of harmful thoughts, replacing them with constructive ones is the next step toward transforming your mindset. Your thoughts act as a blueprint for your emotions and actions. By intentionally choosing empowering and positive thoughts, you can reframe your reality, build resilience, and foster personal growth. Buddha said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts, but once mastered, no one can help you as much." This wisdom reminds us that the mind, when guided with care, becomes our greatest ally. The key is to redirect negative thought patterns into constructive ones that support your goals, values, and well-being. Negative thoughts are often rooted in fear, self-doubt, or past experiences. They might sound like, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," "This will never work out." These thoughts are not only destructive, but also limiting. They trap you in a cycle of inertia and frustration, making it hard to move forward. To break free, you must challenge and replace them with thoughts that are constructive, truthful, and empowering. Here's how to start replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones. 1. Identify the negative thought. Awareness is the first step. Pay attention to recurring negative thoughts and write them down. Seeing them on paper helps you recognize their patterns and influence. For example, if you often think, "I can't do this," acknowledge it without judgment. 2. Challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this thought true, or is it just a story I'm telling myself? What evidence do I have to support or refute this thought? What would I say to a friend who had this thought? By questioning the validity of your thoughts, you weaken their grip and open the door to new perspectives. 3. Reframe the thought. Once you've challenged a negative thought, replace it with a constructive one. For instance, "I'm not good enough" becomes, "I'm learning and improving every day." "I always fail" becomes, "Every failure teaches me something valuable for the future." "This will never work out" becomes, "I'll find a way to make this work, even if it takes time." Reframing isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your focus from limitations to possibilities. 4. Use affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that help you reinforce constructive thinking. Create a list of affirmations that resonate with your goals and repeat them daily. For example, I am capable of overcoming any challenge. I am worthy of success and happiness. I choose to focus on progress, not perfection. Over time, affirmations rewire your brain to default to positive thoughts rather than negative ones. 5. Focus on solutions, not problems. Negative thoughts often dwell on what's wrong, but constructive thinking seeks solutions. When faced with a challenge, shift your focus to actionable steps. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," ask yourself, "What's one thing I can do to move forward?" 6. Gratitude as a reframing tool. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. When a negative thought arises, counter it with something you're thankful for. For instance, if you're worried about a mistake, reflect on what you've learned from it or appreciate the opportunity to grow. 7. Practice visualization. Spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself overcoming challenges or achieving your goals. Imagine how it feels to succeed and let that vision replace any doubts or fears. Visualization helps align your thoughts with your desired outcomes. 8. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your thoughts. Surround yourself with people, books, and media that inspire and uplift you. Positive influences reinforce constructive thinking and make it easier to maintain a healthy mindset. Replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones takes practice, but every small effort makes a difference. Start by identifying just one recurring negative thought and replacing it with a positive alternative. Repeat this process consistently, and over time, you'll notice a profound shift in your mental state. When you choose to replace negativity with constructive thinking, you reclaim the power to shape your reality. This practice doesn't just change your thoughts, it changes how you feel, act, and experience life. By aligning your mind with positivity and possibility, you create a foundation for growth, resilience, and lasting inner peace. Lesson 6. Cultivate emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to navigate life's ups and downs with calmness, clarity, and strength. Without resilience, your thoughts can easily spiral into chaos, amplifying stress, fear, or self-doubt. However, when you develop emotional resilience, you gain the power to handle challenges without letting destructive thoughts take control. Cultivating this skill is essential for protecting your mental space and living a balanced, fulfilling life. Buddha said, "You cannot control the waves, but you can learn to surf." This teaching reminds us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. Emotional resilience is the practice of staying steady in the face of adversity, using each experience as an opportunity for growth rather than a source of despair. Here's how to cultivate emotional resilience. 1. Accept what you cannot control. One of the main reasons thoughts spiral out of control is the desire to resist or change things beyond your power. Emotional resilience begins with acceptance. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what is within my control and what is not? Focus your energy on what you can influence and let go of the rest. For example, if someone criticizes you, you can't control their opinion, but you can control how you process and respond to it. Choose a response that aligns with your values rather than reacting impulsively. 2. Regulate your emotions. Unregulated emotions often fuel destructive thoughts. To build resilience, learn to pause and regulate your emotions before reacting. When you feel overwhelmed, Try these techniques. Deep breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 6 counts. This calms your nervous system and helps you think clearly. Grounding exercises. Focus on your physical senses. For instance, notice the feeling of your feet on the ground or the texture of an object in your hand. Grounding brings you back to the present moment. These practices create a buffer between your emotions and your actions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. 3. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. Resilient people see challenges as opportunities for growth. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this make me stronger or wiser? For instance, if you fail at a project, instead of thinking, I'm a failure, reframe it to, this is a chance to identify areas for improvement and come back stronger. Reframing shifts your focus from defeat to possibility, empowering you to move forward. 4. Strengthen your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself plays a significant role in your emotional resilience. Replace harsh self-criticism with supportive, constructive language. For example, instead of saying, I always mess up, try, I'm human and mistakes are part of learning. Affirmations can also help build a resilient mindset. Repeat statements like, I have the strength to handle this. This moment is temporary and I will overcome it. Over time, these affirmations create a mental foundation of confidence and self-belief. 5. Build a resilience routine. Daily habits can reinforce emotional strength and stability. Consider incorporating these practices into your routine. Mindfulness meditation. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice trains you to remain calm and present during challenges. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right, boosting your emotional resilience. Physical activity. Exercise releases endorphins, which improve mood and reduce stress. Even a short walk can make a difference. 6. Build a support network. Resilience doesn't mean facing everything alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Whether it's friends, family, or a mentor, having a trusted network to turn to during tough times can provide perspective and encouragement. 7. Reflect and grow. Resilience grows through reflection. After navigating a difficult situation, take time to reflect. What did I handle well? What could I improve next time? What strengths did I discover in myself? This process helps you learn from each experience, making you stronger and more prepared for future challenges. Start small. Building. Emotional resilience takes time and practice, but even small steps make a difference. Begin by identifying one challenging thought or situation that often overwhelms you. Use the techniques above to approach it with acceptance, regulation, and constructive action. Notice how this shift impacts your mindset and emotional state. By cultivating emotional resilience, you protect yourself from the destructive power of negative thoughts. Instead of being swept away by life's challenges, you'll learn to stand steady, using each experience to grow stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulty, it's about thriving through it, one thoughtful response at a time. Lesson 7. Create a thought management routine. Your thoughts don't just shape your emotions, they dictate your actions, decisions, and ultimately your reality. Without a system to manage your thoughts, it's easy to get caught up in cycles of negativity, worry, or self-doubt. A thought management routine provides structure and consistency, helping you maintain control of your mental space and align your mind with your goals and values. Buddha said, Rule your mind, or it will rule you. This wisdom emphasizes the importance of proactive mental management. By dedicating time and effort to cultivating positive and constructive thought patterns, you create the mental clarity and resilience needed to navigate life's challenges with ease. Here's how to build and maintain an effective thought management routine. 1. Begin your day with intention. The thoughts you start your day with set the tone for everything that follows. Instead of diving into social media or your to-do list, dedicate the first few minutes of your morning to setting a positive intention. This could be a simple affirmation like, "I will approach today with patience and gratitude. I am capable of handling whatever comes my way." Combine this with a brief mindfulness practice. Sit quietly for a few minutes, focusing on your breath. This helps ground you in the present moment and creates a sense of calm before the day begins. 2. Schedule thought check-ins. Throughout the day, pause and check in with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Are these thoughts helping or hindering me? How can I redirect my focus to something constructive? These check-ins don't need to be long, just a few moments to observe your mental state and make adjustments as needed. They're especially helpful during stressful situations, allowing you to respond with intention rather than reacting impulsively. 3. Incorporate gratitude practices. Gratitude is one of the most effective ways to shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Make it a habit to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for each day. These don't have to be grand. Even small moments of joy or comfort can make a difference. For example, I'm grateful for the sunshine today. I'm thankful for the support of a friend. I appreciate having a moment to rest. Practicing gratitude rewires your brain to focus on the positives, reducing the influence of negative thoughts. 4. Reframe challenges as opportunities. When faced with a difficult situation, your initial thoughts might lean toward fear or frustration. Instead of letting these thoughts spiral, practice reframing the challenge. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow? For example, if you're dealing with a setback at work, reframe it as an opportunity to develop resilience or refine your skills. This habit shifts your focus from problems to possibilities, empowering you to take constructive action. 5. End your day with reflection. Before bed, take a few moments to reflect on your thoughts and actions from the day. Consider, what thought patterns served me well today? What unhelpful thoughts arose, and how did I handle them? What can I do differently tomorrow? This reflective practice helps you identify areas for growth and reinforces the constructive habits you're building. 6. Use affirmations and visualization. Affirmations are powerful tools for reinforcing positive thought patterns. Choose affirmations that resonate with your goals and repeat them daily. For instance, I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. I am worthy of success and happiness. Visualization is another effective technique. Spend a few minutes imagining yourself succeeding in a task, overcoming a challenge, or living your ideal life. This practice trains your brain to focus on positive outcomes, making them feel more achievable. 7. Protect your mental space. A thought management routine isn't just about what you think, it's also about what you allow into your mind. Be mindful of the media, conversations, and environments you engage with. Surround yourself with positive influences that uplift and inspire you. Limit exposure to negativity, whether it's news, social media, or toxic relationships. 8. Commit to consistency. Building a thought management routine requires regular practice. Start small. Choose one or two practices to focus on, such as morning affirmations or gratitude journaling. As these habits become part of your routine, gradually add more. Consistency is key to making these practices second nature. Start small. Creating a thought management routine doesn't mean overhauling your life overnight. Start with just one practice, like a morning affirmation or a daily gratitude list, and build from there. Notice how these small changes impact your mindset and overall well-being. By establishing a routine to manage your thoughts, you take control of your mental landscape. Instead of letting your mind wander unchecked, you guide it with intention and purpose. This practice not only reduces stress and negativity, but also fosters a sense of clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Over time, your routine becomes a foundation for a life rooted in mindfulness and empowerment. Lesson 8. Seek inspiration and growth. The thoughts that dominate your mind are heavily influenced by the environment you surround yourself with and the people you engage with. If you expose yourself to negativity or remain in stagnant routines, your thoughts will reflect that energy. However, if you seek inspiration and actively pursue growth, you will nurture a mindset of positivity, resilience, and curiosity. Surrounding yourself with uplifting influences is like nourishing your mind with clean, fresh air. It fuels clarity and strengthens your mental state. Buddha said, "An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind." This wisdom reminds us of the profound impact that external influences have on our internal world. Choosing growth and inspiration over negativity and stagnation is essential for mastering your thoughts and creating a fulfilling life. Here's how you can actively seek inspiration and foster personal growth. 1. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people you interact with have a significant effect on your mindset. Engage with those who uplift and encourage you, rather than those who drain your energy or fuel negativity. Seek relationships that inspire you to grow, challenge you to think differently, and support your journey toward self-improvement. If in-person connections are limited, turn to books, podcasts, or videos created by individuals who inspire and motivate you. Listening to or reading about others' experiences can provide fresh perspectives and spark ideas for your own growth. 2. Learn something new. Every day, growth comes from expanding your knowledge and skills. Make it a habit to learn something new daily, no matter how small. This could be as simple as reading a meaningful quote, watching an insightful video, or exploring a topic that piques your curiosity. Every new piece of knowledge broadens your perspective and helps you approach challenges with greater understanding. For instance, if you're struggling with stress, explore mindfulness practices or Buddhist teachings on letting go. By integrating these lessons into your daily life, you'll strengthen your ability to navigate life's challenges. 3. Embrace a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, view it as a stepping stone toward improvement. When you encounter difficulties, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow stronger or wiser because of this challenge? This mindset shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's possible, encouraging you to see setbacks as opportunities rather than obstacles. 4. Seek solitude for reflection. Inspiration doesn't always come from external sources. Some of the most profound insights arise in moments of solitude. Dedicate time each day to sit quietly, reflect on your thoughts, and connect with your inner self. Ask yourself questions like, what inspires me? What values do I want to live by? How can I align my actions with my goals? These moments of introspection help you clarify your purpose and identify areas where you want to grow. 5. Take inspiration from nature. Nature is a timeless teacher, offering lessons in patience, resilience, and balance. Spend time outdoors, observing the cycles of growth and renewal in the natural world. Let the calmness of a flowing river or the strength of a tree remind you of your own capacity for growth and stability. Buddha often sought inspiration in nature, using its simplicity and harmony to guide his teachings. By reconnecting with the natural world, you create space for peace and reflection, fueling your inner growth. 6. Set goals that challenge and excite you. Inspiration thrives on purpose. Set meaningful goals that align with your values and push you out of your comfort zone. Whether it's learning a new skill, improving a relationship, or pursuing a dream, having clear goals gives your mind a positive focus. Break your goals into small, actionable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. 7. Replace comparison with admiration. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others, which often leads to feelings of inadequacy or jealousy. Instead, practice admiration. When you see someone succeeding, let their achievements inspire you rather than discourage you. Ask yourself, what can I learn from their journey? How can I apply their qualities to my own life? Admiration turns comparison into a source of motivation and fosters a mindset of collaboration and growth. 8. Feed your mind with wisdom. Incorporate daily doses of wisdom into your routine. Read philosophical or spiritual teachings, listen to motivational talks, or reflect on meaningful quotes. For instance, Buddhist teachings on mindfulness and compassion can offer profound insights that help you navigate life with grace and purpose. Buddha said, "Meditate, live purely, be quiet, do your work with mastery." Reflecting on such teachings provides a compass for your thoughts, keeping them aligned with positivity and growth. Start today. Begin by identifying one source of inspiration you can explore today. It might be a book you've been meaning to read, a conversation with an uplifting friend, or a quiet walk in nature. Notice how this exposure to positive influences shifts your thoughts and energizes your mind. Seeking inspiration and growth isn't just about expanding your knowledge. It's about aligning your mind with the possibilities of life. By surrounding yourself with positivity and focusing on growth, you create a mental environment that supports resilience, creativity, and peace. Over time, this practice will help you transform your thoughts into powerful allies, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. Your thoughts have the power to shape your reality. They can be your greatest ally or your most formidable adversary. As we've explored in this journey, most people let their thoughts control them, leading to cycles of negativity, fear, and doubt. But you don't have to follow that path. By understanding the influence of your thoughts and taking intentional steps to master them, you can break free from mental traps and live a life of clarity, peace, and purpose. Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This timeless wisdom reminds us that freedom begins with the mind. It's not about suppressing your thoughts, but learning to observe them, detach from them, and guide them toward positivity and growth. The 8 lessons we've covered, ranging from cultivating awareness to seeking inspiration and building resilience, are practical tools that can help you regain control and unlock the mental freedom you deserve. The journey to mastering your thoughts is not a sprint, it's a lifelong practice. But every small step you take, whether it's practicing mindfulness, reframing a negative thought, or embracing gratitude, brings you closer to a calmer and more empowered mind. Let these lessons be a foundation for your growth, And remember that the power to change your mental landscape lies within you. Let me ask you, which lesson resonated with you the most? Is there a specific practice you feel ready to implement in your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective and learn from your journey. If this video provided value to you, please like it and share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons on mindfulness, self-mastery, and the wisdom of Buddha to guide you toward a life of peace and fulfillment. Thank you for joining me on this path of growth and discovery. Remember, controlling your thoughts isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about rising above them with clarity and intention. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.